Hi there. This video is for guitar players on beginner or sort of intermediate level. The boundaries between intermediate and beginner are somewhat floating, but let's just say that this is for guitar players that has a knowledge of the basic chords up here, and also knows that there is a certain sequence of tones that starts off with C, C sharp, D, D sharp, and so on. If you don't know the sequence of tones, it should appear on the screen now. And you can pause the video and write it down. All you need to know about this tone sequence is that it's composed by half tones, you can say, which means that for every step in the sequence, you can go one step up or one step down your fretboard. So just to be completely safe, if you are on the E first, here, and you go up one fret, it'll be an F, it'll be an F sharp, it'll be a G, G sharp, A, B flat, or A sharp, B, C, and so on. What I'm going to play today is a bunch of chords that are simple major and minor chords on the lowest three strings in the guitar. These chords are very useful for rhythm guitar playing because they don't take up too much space. Let's say you have Don't Look Back and Anger with Oasis, and three guitar players in your band all play hopefully on a more tuned guitar than this one. Now you'll be playing on top of each other. If you are slightly out of tune, it'll be very, very audible, and it'll just sound like you're all playing the same thing because that's what you do. Instead of that, you can move some of the chords up here, and you can play other rhythms. That one I just played here filled with mistakes. So three-tone chords it is, and they're actually fairly simple conceptually. You can see. If you know the open chords up here, whatever, you can take parts of them and simply move them up the neck. So let's start off with something simple that everybody knows, an A blues, which will be A, the chords A major, D major, and E major. Now the A pentatonic scale is the first scale for almost every guitar player out there, and it's because then you can play over an A blues, which is a fairly easy chord sequence to remember. Therefore we'll look into some chords who are located around or near this A blues scale. So you know that, well, this is somewhere up here, the 5th fret, where you are sort of home. So it'll be A, D, and E placed up here. The first chord is a major chord with the root note on the E string. Here. If you take an E major and then use these fingers, you can actually move it up. This will be an F. We are only interested in the highest three strings. So here, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A. So this is an A, and you can move it to any other chord you like. Like a G, like a B, like a C, like a D. It's all a question about which tone you have on your E string. Simple. So an A, it is. So this is the A. Let's go on to the D, which will be the next one in the blues chord sequence. And the D has a root note on the G string. The D chord we'll be playing will be part of the A major down here on a guitar that's not in tune. So again, only the highest three strings, you can move them. B flat, B, C, C sharp, D. You simply follow the tone sequence that we talked about earlier, up and down the neck. So A blues, we need an E as well. By sheer coincidence, there is an E located just around here, which has the root note on the 3rd string. Not the D string, not the E string, but the B string. And that's simply a D, where you only play the highest 3 notes, and you move it up. So D, D sharp, E. So A, D, E. You play like this if you want to, and back to A again. Just for simplicity's sake, we'll be playing an A blues now, and the rhythm will only be on the backbeat. That is where the snare drum is. And I'll be playing through one chord sequence, one blues chord sequence of 12 bars with the chords here. One, two, 1, 2, 3. Now, for the fun of it, let's move it further up the neck. The A here, well, it has a root note on the E string. If it should have the root note on the B string instead, then it would be up here. You have a B here in the 12th fret, B flat, A. So this is the D shape moved up. Then you can take the E major shape moved up. You have a D here. And then you can take the A shape, move it up, and you'll have an E here. So let's play that as well. One, two. Now you can move these even further up the neck if you want to. You'll then have an A here, which is just like this. Move it up to the 12th fret. You'll have a D here, which is just like this one, moved up. And then you'll have the E, which is just this one moved up 12 frets. These are three positions, you could say, where the chords are very close to each other. So if you feel like playing the A here, and then the D, and then move it up like this, and back, hey, no problem in that. You could play A here, you could play the D here, and the E, and the D, and the A. You could play the A here, and the D here, E, D, E. The minor chords work in the same manner as the major chords here when we're talking about these three-tone chords. Take the E minor, take the highest three strings, move them up, A minor. D minor is an A minor here, moved up. Here's a D minor. And the E minor will be a D minor, moved up, A minor, D minor, E minor, A minor. Let's play along to an A minor blues. Let's move them up. Just like before. Sort of a second position or something. Even some more. Now, as before, you can move them around like you want to. You can play A, D, E, D, A, or you can play A, D, E, D, A, whatever you feel like. These 3-string chords are great for stepping away from other guitar players' toes. And obviously you can play rhythms that are more advanced than the one I played here. So if you want to explore these chords, then simply sit down with 10 songs you know and figure out how to play all the chords, maybe like around here or whatever fits most, seems most appropriate in relation to the key that the tune is in. If you're playing a tune in G somewhere, it might be more suitable to have the chords around here. If you play a C tune, you can put them up here. What do I know? You can also play them here because there's a C there. So 3-note chords on the highest 3 strings. Have fun. I will probably be posting some videos of tunes like Don't Look Back in Anger or Roadhouse Blues or other well-known and fairly easy songs that you can play along to, so I'll display directly where the chords is if you don't feel like figure those out yourself. If you have any ideas for other tunes that you think are widely used and would be beneficial for a lot of people to learn with 3-note chords, then write it in the comments. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, then please consider doing me a favor and getting my free app for Android on wayoutwords.com/Android. Thanks.